Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Hemant Kumar Devre. This is the third part of video, and in this video we are actually going to learn about the same lesson number 5 from history, that is early kings and republic. Alright, so in the last part you all have seen very important topics. Okay, those topics were Janapadas, Mahajanapadas, the fortifications, taxes, okay, and most important changes in agriculture, use of iron, okay, then many things we have seen. So later, now this is the concluding video of this lesson, third part of the video. In this video we will learn about the closure look. We will have a closure look of Magad and Vichy. What kind of uh, transformation were happening that time in this, all these areas. Alright, so let us learn about the Magad. Magad was the most important Mahajanpada because rivers such as Ganga and Son, also spelled Son, okay, so was flowed through this region, and parts of Magadha was forested. Actually, as I have told you somewhere in the geography, when rivers come down from the mountains, so they carry sand and silt and alluvial soil with them, and they deposit on the banks of river. So because of this process of the rivers, this area of Magadh was very fertile, and these rivers were very important for transportation, water supplies, making land fertile. Animals such as elephants could be captured and trained for the army of Magadha here. So these were the natural things which were very helpful for the Mahajanpada of Magadha. Alright. Now, as you can see, it was roughly in the region of Bihar and West Bengal. Here on map you can see that. Alright. So in the roughly it was in the region of Bihar and West Bengal. So in the beginning, the capital was Rajgriha, or we can say the Rajgir. So later the capital of Magadha became Patliputra, now Patna, Bihar, Patna it is situated. Rajgriha was in the hills. Patliputra was a part of the banks on the Ganga river. Okay, it was a part. It was a port. Sorry, it was a port on the banks of the Ganga river. All right, port means where the loading and unloading activity happens. Loading of goods and unloading of goods happen. As I have told you, rivers were very helpful in the transportation of that time. So Magad, it was part and port also, no problem. So Magadha, important river like Ganga and Son flowed through the Magadha. Because of this, the land in Magadha was very fertile. Rivers very helpful became that time because they were helping in the by transporting, okay, as they were always flowing with water. So forest of that area was also provided wood for building houses, carts, chariots. There were iron ore actually, iron ore mines that could be tapped to make tools and weapons. Bimbisara and Ajatsattu were the two powerful rulers of Magadha who used all possible means to conquer the other Janpadas. So, in this way, the forest provided many things to them. Okay, to build wood for to build houses, carts and chariots and another many things. So, I was talking about the Bimbisara and Ajatsattu. They were the powerful rulers of Magadha. They were the powerful rulers of Magadha who used all possible means to conquer the other Janapadas. So, this is already I have discussed with you because they got a lot of wood to make houses and weapons. So forests were around the Magadha, and elephants from the forest were also captured and trained for the army. Now there were different dynasties. As I was talking to you, let us see in again brief of Magadha. Bimbisara and Ajatsattu were early king who were powerful rulers of that area. Bimbisara started the expansion of Magadha. He also built Rajagriha. Ajatsattu made Magadha the most powerful king of North India and later than the Chandragupta Maurya. We know that about 300 years after the rulers of Mahapadmananda who ruled over the Magadha, he conquered all other dynasties of North India and became the most powerful king of that time. Much later, Chandragupta Maurya, he became the ruler of Magadha. You must have heard the word Alexander. He came that time, and actually he started from Greece, and he conquered the parts of Egypt and West Asia, and then he came up to India. He wanted to conquer India. He had desire to conquer the whole world. Okay. So, however, his soldiers were very tired, of fighting for so many years together and wanted to go back home. So he couldn't, no, he couldn't quit conquer India and had to head back. So in this way, he hid back to the Greece. So here we can see the images of Alexander the Great. Now let us see about the Vajji. While Magda became a powerful kingdom, Vajji with its capital was under government known as Gana or Sangha. Alright, Magda was a very powerful kingdom, so Vajji was its capital under the government, and that was known as Gana or Sangha. So the Buddha or Mahavira, they belong to the Gana or Sanghas. Gana or Sangha was ruled by many rulers. At times, thousands of men ruled together, and each one of was known as Raja. Buddha and Mahavira, they belong to Gana, and at times thousands of men who ruled together, each one was known as a Raja. These Rajas performed rituals together. They met in assemblies for discussions and had debate to decide what had to be done now and then. Means they used to come together, they used to describe the things or the problem they face, and also used to describe some strategies to rule their Gana or Sangha. Actually, Vajji was ruled not by one king, as I have told you. It was a group of 8 different clans. Alright. So Vajji was one of the 16 Mahajanapadas in the ancient India. Around 600 India, that is shown here in map. People were chosen from each district as representative. These representatives form a council to decide how to rule over their area. The chairman of the council was called the king. He had ministers to help him with him and administration. So this is what the administration process. So in this way, the chairman of the council was called the king, and he had ministers to help with him. Okay, administration. Actually, people were chosen from each district as representatives. Already we have seen it, alright? And most importantly, the chairman of the council was called the king. He also had ministers to help him with him, okay, to administer the Vajji. So do you think the position of the king in Vajji was hereditary? Means the person who is king here or chairman here, his son will also become the chairman. So give reason to support your answer. Kindly find out the answer of this question. Actually here, the council discuss and decide how to handle problems and go about development in their areas. As already I have told you, when they meet in assemblies, they used to have the plan of this and the future to run the administration. So in Buddhist books, we can find a lot of information about these councils and how they used to function. So groups met in assemblies to debate and discuss what was to be done in certain situations. However, women, slaves and landless labor were not allowed to take part in these assemblies. So there is a question coming whether it is democratic or non-democratic setup of that people, because women, slaves and landless labor were not allowed here to take part in the assemblies, which only kings or these rajas used to be there to take part. Let us learn about the democracy elsewhere. In Greece, about 2500 years ago, people tried to set up government of the people. Okay, they would have assemblies of all the 40 people, people 40 times in a year. Means they used to meet 40 times within a year. Consecutively, we can say three times in a month. So here to discuss and take decisions to an important matters. Okay, this is what democracy. All men who were more than 30 years could take part in these assemblies. Women women and slaves were not allowed to be part of these assemblies. So would you call this a democracy? Because in democracy nowadays, you can see the one who is above age 18 or his or her age 18 plus, he or she can cast his or her vote. Okay, so that is called democracy, and everybody from each caste, religion, sex, gender, aspect, whether language he is speaking, wherever he has taken birth, all are not important, but they are having a democratic setup, means a political right at universal adult franchising. All right, so in this way we have to understand. So that time people, those who are 30 plus of their age, they could only take part in the assemblies, and women and slaves were not allowed. Thank you so much, thank you so much, thank you so much. So thank you so much, Dear friends, this was the last topic, and so this was the last topic of this lesson in part 3. I have covered everything given in textbook. Kindly keep your textbook. In every video you can see I have urged you people to keep your textbook with you while watching videos so that you can relate the things. Alright, till that time I'm going to sign off. Everyone take care. Keep on reading, keep on learning. Thank you. Bye bye.